President Cyril Ramaphosa will address the Black Business Council Summit Gala and Awards Dinner, highlighting key issues around socio-economic transformation and inclusive growth. And joining us now for more on this is SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko, and he's live for us in Sandton at the Gala dinner. Samkele, thank you so much for your time. I mean, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to deliver a keynote address at this Gala dinner. What can we expect from his message?
Well, Mbali, what we do know is that President Ramaphosa, particularly noting the economy of the country, he will touch extensively on issues pertaining to the budget of the country, the budget deficit that has been there, and how this particular fuel levy increase, what impact it will have on the business fraternity, particularly those working within the logistics industry who are part of this Black Business Council here, BBC, whom are operating within that particular space, the knock-on effect of this particular fuel levy and the current geopolitical tectonic plates that are shifting globally, the impact that is there around the economy, and what the President will particularly say of the influence of his meeting with the judiciary earlier on today. We did see him there with the Chief Justice Mandisa Maya and the rest of the judiciary engaging on matters pertaining to the third arm of the state, and it will also look extensively on the role that black business can play in the transformation of the South African economy, and particularly looking at reviving ailing state-owned enterprises when it comes to the triple Ps, the public-private partnerships that are going to be rolled out by government, particularly within Transnet, in bringing in those private sector players to be able to operate those rail lines that government has in their own locomotives that they have, in order to unlock economic growth and also to try and reduce the traffic load that is there within the trucking industry by bringing on locomotives to transport those particular goods that South Africa exports to the international markets, whether using the Richards Bay coal terminal, whether using Ucha in the Eastern Cape in Gqeberha.
And something that has also come out, and this follows, the president's visit really to the US recently, and we've now seen this public spat between US President Donald Trump as well as Elon Musk. Can we expect him to hint at anything? Because he was there to reset some of the relations between South Africa and the US from a business perspective as well. Can we expect the president to say something about that?
President will definitely say something about those particular issues, and he will go into detail about them, particularly because they do have an impact on the socio-economic conditions of the country. They do have an impact on the running of the country. They do have an impact on the private sector. They do have an impact on many South Africans at large. So you do expect that the president will touch on those particular issues, and he will touch on the issues of these particular municipalities as well. In Ekurhuleni, you do know that there are challenges of governance within this particular municipality of Ekurhuleni when it comes to the issues of traffic lights that are not working, when it comes to the issues of lights that are not working on the roads. For instance, driving here, I did encounter a number of roads that did not have functional street lights within those particular areas. He will touch on that and the role that business can play in order to try and fix these particular metro municipalities of the country, particularly noting the importance of this area where we are in right now, which is Ekurhuleni, the metropolis capital of South Africa, which was dubbed by the former mayor of this municipality, Mondli Gungubele. He will also touch on the upcoming G20 summit that will take place within the country later on this year. You do know that next week the president will be traveling to Canada for the G7 summit, where he will also have an opportunity to engage with the United States of America's President Donald Trump, particularly noting his fallout with his billionaire friend and former leader of DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency in the United States of America. So there is a myriad of issues that the president will touch on. It will be economical, it will be domestic, but it will also touch on geopolitics that are changing and the role that the Black Business Council can particularly play within these current negotiations that are taking place with the United States of America on trade relations. Those negotiations being led by one of the chairpersons of South Africa's giant telecommunications company, companies, which I will not mention obviously for issues of free advertising, but that would be Mr. Mcebisi Jonas, who is a special envoy on politics and economic trade for South Africa in the United States of America.
Samkele, thank you so much for your time this evening.